Welcome to Point of Driving, point of view driving videos with cool cars, and it doesn't get much cooler than this, the McLaren P1. Today we'll take you for a spin with my friend Jordan in his P1, which is just spectacular. A member of the hybrid hypercar holy trinity, my personal favorite, 903 horsepower out of a 3.8 liter twin turbo V8 with the hybrid system. This car is 10 years old and it looks like it might as well be brand new, an absolute spaceship, a UFO for the road. We currently have it in race mode with the wing up. This thing in satin black finish looks pretty awesome. Also makes a really robust sound when you lock and unlock it. Listen to this. Go ahead and open the signature McLaren butterfly doors, and there is so much carbon on these cars. The carbon tub, the entire door is carbon fiber for lightweight purposes, and it looks amazing. So much carbon fiber everywhere. You have the bucket seats. Let's hop inside and go for a drive. We/you/Jordan is behind the wheel of a McLaren P1. Oh my God. Isn't this the most epic car?
I love driving it, and it is just an absolute animal.
It's a rare opportunity to get to look at the steering wheel of a P1 on the freeway. And yeah, this thing is epic. My goodness. That's 903 horsepower out of a twin turbo V8 hybrid system, pure rear-wheel drive. Have you driven 918 or LaFerrari?
918.
Okay, same.
No LaFerrari.
Same, okay.
Yep.
They're all a very different formula, right? This is V8 twin turbo hybrid rear-wheel drive. The LaFerrari is V12 rear-wheel drive hybrid. 918's all-wheel drive naturally aspirated V8, so a very different formula. I think this is the most visceral between this and a 918 in my opinion.
I think so too. It's super duper aggressive. I mean, it feels like the old Porsche GT cars, like the GT2 RS, and just the rear is kind of squiggly, and you're kind of fighting the wheel a little bit. It's perfection.
If you're not careful, it will kill you.
It will bite you in the ass, dude.
It will loop itself, and you have to be on it the entire time. Yeah, what are we in right now for the active panel? We're just in normal mode, dude. Right, yeah, I've gone up to sport. I haven't pushed Eddie further in one of these.
We put sport on, and then you put on track. Gets really firm, and then all of the active aero will start working. Even though we're not in race mode, the DRS button will work as well.
And you have to put boost for iPass, right?
Boost for iPass. So when you turn the boost button on, it actually disengages the hybrid assist until iPass is pressed.
I see.
So it will only be the V8 twin turbo.
Okay.
Yep. Which
is still 727 horsepower, and this car weighs like 3,000-ish pounds, so...
That's a great why Chris is awesome. I'm like, hey man, I'm on the freeway, the car doesn't feel like it's pulling as hard. He sends me back the picture, the video I sent him of the pull, and he circles the boost button, and he's like, the boost button's on, so it's just V8 twin turbo now. And I'm like,
and the light on.
Thank you, Chris.
Have you ever driven this thing in E-mode?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a cool little car in E-mode. We have zero range.
Down,
it's gonna charge again right now. The hybrid cell is cycling.
Yeah.
But it's like 6 miles on the freeway, and then it kicks on the gas engine when it gets low automatically.
And you usually plug it in when it's in the garage, or you're supposed to leave it plugged in?
So, that's another, in all the research I've done, you can leave it plugged in for long periods of time, but in theory you want batteries to cycle.
Okay.
Right? So up and down voltage. Even when I talked to the folks at Lanzante, they said the poorest thing you can do is plug this car in for 3 years and never drive it. Not only for battery health, but amongst other things.
Yeah.
But I actually leave it off the charger 2 or 3 weeks at a time.
Okay.
So that's a common misconception that you're going to come out in 2 days and it's dead and flat. No, man. That's not how it goes at all.
Oh my God, the roof scoop noises, the turbo noises, properly special.
Yeah, all P1s are roof scoop, which is cool.
Yes, and it's fun all the time.
Oh yeah.
And I love the rocker panel shifters, just like all the McLarens.
Yeah, one-handed shifting.
Paddle shifters with one hand. If you had to compare the driving experience of this with, for example, SVJ or other supercars, hypercars, how do you evaluate it?
I think it's better than, McLaren is, in my opinion, the best driver's car.
Yeah.
Because it can be comfortable. We're in sport right now, so it's kind of rigid. If I put it back into normal, you can instantly feel the difference.
Yes.
The steering is light and balanced in normal mode. When you put it in track mode, it gets firm. I mean, they're just so Jekyll and Hyde. Completely compliant daily, but in full kill mode, truly kill. So I think that I know everyone, the Porsche. No, these are the best all-around driver's cars if you enjoy driving a car hard. And it's not just going to Cars and Coffee.
Absolutely. Have you tracked this yet?
This is going to be going to the track. This is going to be going to the track in the next month and a half.
Dude.
So we're going to have prime weather. I want the weather to be nice and cool to keep all the components happy. But yeah, by end of year, this car will be out at Apex on track 2. Yep.
Respect. Budget. Holy crap. Holy crap. That's like teleporting.
It is teleportation.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know people are going to be like, oh, a Tesla Plaid can do that. It's not. A microwave can cook a burger, but I want a grilled one, right? Like, it's the experience. It's the sound. It's the emotion. And this thing delivers it so well. And that's the interesting thing, too, because like a 765 LT is pretty close in performance to this car. A generation newer. But it still is missing a little bit of the visceral experience. The noises are more amplified in this, and it does feel a little bit more on edge, like a little bit more extreme. What do you think?
I agree. I had an opportunity to drive a 765. It was probably one of the gnarliest, scariest, definitely Widowmaker-esque car.
100%, yeah.
I think what makes this car very different is the torque fill from the e-motor.
Yep.
It will always feel so much different than a standard, the smaller displacement V8 twin turbo McLarens. You get that with this, but that instant e-torque of the motor is where it's at. Like right now, we're not like max power, but you can just feel how it's accelerating. You're getting so much torque fill from that e-motor down low.
Remarkable machine. And the fact that it's 10 years old and it still does this, they could deliver this tomorrow as what they're coming out as W1, right? And I would be happy. Oh, like, I'd be like, cool.
If this got unveiled at Monterey Car Week, in August,
I would have lost my mind.
Yeah, you'd have been like, oh my God, what an incredible, it's 10 years old.
Yeah.
It's just so cool.
So epic. The interior on these is also really basic. You have the first gen Iris screen, which arguably is not fantastic. How has yours been?
Oh, okay. So yeah, this is like the Iris.2.
Okay.
MP412C
was the first one. Yeah.
And then they updated it.
Okay.
So P1's got the updated. So if you actually look, we'll do it. It's really quick through all the different things. It's not heinous. Well, it's gonna load. As it pick navigation. So let me go back. So like if I go to phone, it's gonna load the phone. If I go to media, it'll load media.
Okay.
It doesn't get frozen or freeze. Nav takes a while to open, but it's not bad.
Okay. And then we've got the active panel. That's how you toggle your aero and your powertrain.
Yep.
Handling powertrain. And then, it's just typical, a lot of similar McLaren feeling stuff, and everything is carbon fiber or suede.
Yep, and then McLaren didn't do this in gloss to save weight. I think they said they saved 2 to 3 kilograms by not spraying
clear coat
in the clear coat on the flat carbon. And the
I prefer to look.
I think it's
matte
beautiful,
carbon,
man.
instead of the glossy, shiny stuff.
Yeah, dude, it's super rad. It's just really, really, really raw finish, and I love the weave of the carbon. It's awesome. And the AC is incredible. I know that's so silly, but we live in Arizona.
I'm comfortable.
And the AC has been fantastic.
P1 bucket seats are rather aggressive. I mean,
they are.
If I was any fatter, I would not fit in this car.
Yep. That's why low carb diet's important. I should participate in one myself to make it more comfortable.
But you took this to Monterey this year too.
Yes.
How was that? Good experience?
Oh, dude, it was incredible. We put 600 miles on the car in a week. I think we went to Big Sur 3 times or 4 times, and I just was tickled by the car. And,
when I was driving down in the ZR1, I saw you.
Yeah, we passed each other.
But there was no signal, so I couldn't call. I was like, Jordan,
I would have loved to have pulled over. I saw you come past me. I got excited. I'm like, oh my gosh. I told my wife, that's a new ZR1.
Yeah.
And then you told me you were driving it. I was like, oh, that's too cool, dude.
Yeah. It's interesting because that makes more power than this is as fast, but such a different experience. And the P1 is special.
Right, goes back to what you said earlier, though, right? Like, hey, what's your favorite why? That's cool about the ZR1. It's just so different in power delivery and everything else. And it's just, the ZR1's a unit, but it's just cool how the P1 puts down power, and all these cars do.
Into sport we go.
Another thing is like super effortless. Like there's almost no need to try to do anything right now, just with how this road's not super terrible. But drive the car one-handed, very stable. Stability management in like even that pull we just did there,
Yep.
that was really low speed, and you have that open differential, so you have the traction management is squeezing each one of those brakes individually to keep the car going straight like it has an LSD in it.
McLaren are magicians from their chassis suspension tuning and also their dynamics management.
100%, and I feel the same way.
It only keeps evolving, right? Again, this is a 10-year-old car, we keep harping on about it, but imagine what the W1 is going to be like.
I was just going to say, the W1, 1,400 horsepower, I believe.
Something like that.
That management stuff is going to be awesome. And they were just out here doing hot weather testing in Arizona a month ago.
Okay.
So I think we're getting really close. We're seeing them driving now.
Yep. There's one in Michigan for some sort of certification testing too. I think it might be EPA.
Yeah.
Because people spotted a black one out running around.
That's so sick, dude. I'm so excited for that car to come out and see what the next generation of McLaren looks like.
From a look standpoint, the P1 to me is still iconic. I prefer it to the W1.
Agreed.
This thing has not aged today. It is still peak poster car design. It has everything. Carbon tub proportions, the butterfly doors. It just is a spaceship, proper spaceship.
I feel the same. The W1 is a super duper sick car in person. Way better in person, dimensionally. I actually like the doors. They're pretty cool. I do miss the traditional McLaren door. But it seems very, very promising for the future of McLaren, that car.
Absolutely, yeah. And among the Ultimate Series, these I think are still the pinnacle because they had you have the F1, the P1, the W1, the true one of the Ultimate Series. Because then you fill them in with Senna, you could say the Speedtail.
Yep.
Solus GT is kind of a weird kind of separate track thing. But the Senna is awesome too, but it's not a P1.
I know, and I want to love all those Ultimate Series more. But it's just the P1 is the one still.
Yep.
And I mean, the F1 is obviously in its own league.
Correct.
But, I think the real question, and I know right now in this moment when people watch it, they may kind of gawk at it and say, oh, that's not going to happen. But, is P1 with the hype it got, is that the future F1? Obviously going to be lower value than an F1, but does that hit that appreciation cycle in 30 years? I guess we wait and see.
I mean, lowest production out of the three. Yep. Which is still confusing to me why the prices haven't skyrocketed as much. And I think it will keep going up, so please hold on to your car. I will. This is going to be a $5 million car. It's got to be. I agree. It's got to be.
I agree. I don't think that there's a way it's not going to be.
100%, yeah.
And I think, people were misunderstood on these cars, and unfortunately, due to some bad 570Ss when McLaren was in a tough time, they, got a weird reputation for maybe not being reliable. And I found this car to be the opposite. I had to address some issues in the beginning, but it has been nothing but reliable and has treated me super duper well.
I have friends who have put 50,000 miles on their McLarens, and they've been just perfectly fine. They just go and go and go. You take care of them, you drive them, enjoy them, and they're great.
I think when you drive these cars, that's a prime example of they're not problematic. I mean, so CJ Wilson's old Nebula car is now in Texas. That guy drives the snot out of it, and then they just went on a 1,700-mile road trip and it's still in a Gen 1 battery. Still has not replaced all these parts. I think people don't understand that they just stop reading the internet.
Yep.
Own a P11, a P11 chassis, P12 chassis, 12C, 675, 650, P1. They're incredible.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, there you go. Taking you on a point of view drive in a McLaren P1. What a special treat. Thank you, Jordan. Check out Lowballer GTR on Instagram. This is but one of his very, very cool cars, but I gotta say, one of the best.
Thank you, bro.
Absolute best.